Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome one and all to Let's Play Legend of Grimrock 2, released in 2014 for the PC and a year later on Mac computers. Developed and published by Almost Human, this is a dungeon crawling RPG and the sequel to Grimrock 1, but not in terms of plot. We will not be following the adventures of the previous party, for this is a new group of heroes heading to a strange new place, where new challenges and new perils will await them. It has been a long time since I Let's Played Grimrock 1, though parts of it are still fresh in my memory, and this game was voted for quite unanimously by my community. And so I gladly will step into this world that I have no experience with. I have not played this outside of a tiny amount of testing for recording purposes. Let us select New Game and see what new things are before us. The waves roll towards us. Or are they pulling us towards this strange island? What are your secrets, unnamed island? We'll surely find out. First things first though, we have these options. There is the difficulty here, there is normal, scales, monsters, damage, speed and aggressiveness in combat. This setting can't be changed after starting the game. There is normal, there is easy, and there is hard. We're going to keep it on normal. There's also the option to create characters. By default, this is not on. Check this option if you prefer to customize your characters instead of playing with a predetermined party. We will. Old School Mode. Turns off auto-mapping completely. Arm yourself with a stack of grid paper and pencils and be prepared to get lost in the dungeons. Beware, you can't change this setting after starting the game. As fun as it would be, I'm going to leave that off, mainly because I don't have paper and pen suitable enough for this, and it would take so long to map it all out. Iron Man Mode. The game can be saved only at healing crystals. Beware! This option makes the game significantly harder. Can't be changed after starting the game. I will not have this selected. Let's Plays really aren't well suited to Iron Manning an RPG. And then, single-use crystals. Healing crystals can only be used once. Beware! This option also makes the game significantly harder. This option can't be changed after starting the game either. We're going to leave that one off as well, so the only thing we're going to do is create our party. Let us apply, and here we have 4 prisoners to create, because of course we're going to be prisoners. Let us click, click, and click. 4 blank templates to fill in. And let us start from the top and work our way down. The first of our prisoners will indeed be a human, who are the most popular sentient race in the known world. Very adaptable and excel in all professions, and they gain experience 10% faster. They will not be a fighter. They will be a knight. As a knight, you believe that good preparation is the key to triumph in combat. You are specialized in wielding armor and using the shield. Good amount of health, decent amount of energy. You gain protection every level. Weight of equipped armor is reduced by 50%. Evasion bonus of equipped shields is increased by 50%. Marvelous. Now we have 10 attribute points, and we can improve a stat up to 5. And we're going to indeed improve strength by 5. Strength increases your carry capacity, fire resistance, and damage you deal with most melee and throwing weapons. We're also going to gain 5 points of vitality. As for our traits, these are extra things that give your character a bit more customization and a bit more of an edge. We have 2 of these. And I'm going to pick some ones that will suit a knight, I feel. Like healthy. You are exceptionally healthy. Vitality +2, which gives us more health. It also affects our regen rate and poison resistance. So we have 14 poison resistance. The other one we are going to pick is endurance. Maximum carry capacity is increased by 25 kilograms, and food consumption rate is decreased by 25%. We are going to be able to carry a lot. As for our skills, we can only have 1 point in character generation. if we'd have taken the human ability to start with a third skill point, a character generation, that could also only be used to improve a skill from 0 to 1. As for our weapons, we're going to go with heavy weapons. Increase damage of heavy weapons by 20% for each skill point. At 5th level, you can wield two-handed weapons in one hand. Sounds pretty good! How about armor? Increases protection of armor pieces equipped by 5% for each skill point. At 2nd skill level, you're proficient in light armor and can wear it without penalties. Similarly, at 4th skill level, you can wear heavy armor without penalties. Yup. As for our character name and portrait, we are going with this portrait, and we're going to call her Onara. And that is our first character. Second character is going to be a lizard man. As a lizard man, you are a social outcast and are mistrusted by other races because of your capricious and deceitful nature. What you lack in social skills, you greatly make up for in stealth and dexterity. Dexterity plus 2, willpower minus 1, resist all 25%. That's pretty good. Now, we are going to put 5 points into dexterity to be really dexterous, and then we are going to put some points in vitality to become healthier and hardier. As for our traits, we are going to pick Endure Elements. Years spent living in the wilderness have made you resistant to the forces of nature. Resist all plus 25%. Now we resist everything to a minimum of 46% and shock 64%. As for the other trait, I think I want to... There's a part of me that wants to be more agile, but there's also a part of me that wants to negate the penalty at character generation to willpower, so we're going to give you Strong Mind. Your mind is as sharp as a needle. Willpower plus 2. So there we go. 10, 17, 15, and 10. As for your starting skills, we are going to give you... I think we are going to give you... Air Magic and Water Magic. Increases air damage spells by 20%. At 5th level, you gain Resist Shock 50. And Water Magic increases damage of water spells by 20% for each skill point. At 5th level, you gain Resist Cold 50. The portrait is perfect. As for the name, he shall be called Ivrek. And now the third character. You can tell I've thought about this for a bit. This character is going to be a ratling. As a ratling, you may seem weak and disease-ridden on the surface, but you are actually one of the most adaptable and hardy creatures in the world. You are a hoarder by nature, and greatly enjoy fiddling with mechanical contraptions. -4 strength, plus 2 dexterity, evasion plus 2, max load plus 15 kilograms, and you are immune to disease. This will be the portrait. As for the stat improvements, we are going to go with Vitality and Dexterity. We might as well play to our strengths. And speaking of playing to our strengths, the trait we will pick is Mutation. One of your attribute scores, chosen randomly, increases by 1 when you gain a level. This could be amazing, or it could be dreadful. But either way, it's going to be fun. As for the other thing, we are going to give you Agile. Your reflexes are exceptional. Dexterity plus 2. As for skills, the first one we are going to pick is Alchemy. A higher skill in Alchemy allows you to brew a wider range of potions. To craft potions, you also need herbs and a mortal and pestle. At 4th skill level, you brew stronger healing and energy potions. At 5th level, you can craft when you craft bombs, you get 3 instead of 1. And I thought for a long time on what I wanted to do in terms of ranged weaponry, and I've decided we're going to go with missile weapons. Increases the damage of missile weapons by 20% for each skill. At 4th skill level, your missile weapons ignore 20 points of an enemy's armor. There we go. And their name will be Chi. Lastly, we have to have someone incredibly skilled with magic, so we're going to go with an insectoid. As an insectoid, your thoughts are completely alien to other races. Your knowledge of the arcane is unrivaled. Insectoids come in many shapes and sizes, but most often their bodies are covered with with a thick shell. +1 strength, -2 dex, -1 vitality, +2 willpower. Your chance of getting body parts injured is reduced by 50%. Now we're going to give you, because you're a wizard, as a wizard you use enchanted staves and orbs to command great magical powers that can be used to cause harm or to protect. You can cast spells with bare hands. Massive amount of energy there. We're going to give you as much willpower as we can, and as much vitality as we can. As for traits, we are going to give you Strong Mind for an extra +2 willpower, and Aura for 20 more energy. This is going to be a fantastic spellcaster. As for what skills you're going to start with, you're going to start with Fire Magic. Increases damage from fire spells by 20% for each skill point. At 5th level, you gain resistance to fire 50. And Concentration increases your energy by 20 for every skill point. At 3rd level, your energy regeneration rate is increased by 25% while resting. As for the portrait, we're going to pick this one. And as for the name, we are going to pick Eyes. This is our party. Onara the Human Knight, Ivrek the Lizard Man, Battle Mage, sorry, my apologies, you're a Battle Mage. As a Battle Mage you are comfortable with fighting in the front row as well as blasting spells from the back row. You gain Protection 10 and Resist 10 all when you're equipped with a magical staff or orb, and you cast spells with bare hands. Equipped armor is reduced by 50%. Yeah, almost forgot about that. So, Knight, Battle Mage, Alchemist, almost forgot about that too. As an alchemist you brew potions and defend yourself in combat by wielding firearms. Herbs in your inventory multiply. The growth rate is determined by the number of steps taken, and firearms have a 50% less chance to malfunction. No, we're not taking firearms. I imagine they're not very common. So, Knight, Battle Mage, Alchemist, Wizard. Good thing I went through that, otherwise I'd have had a Knight and 2 fighters. Probably would have been a perfectly fine party, but not what I'd intended. And when we come back, folks, we will bring this party to this strange island, and their adventure shall begin. Why are they prisoners? What crimes have they committed? Or people claim they committed? And what awaits them in their future? Probably peril. Can I guide them through it? Let's find out. Never played this game before, as I said, so all of the challenges before me are a mystery. But I think I can deal with it. Hopefully. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.